Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's Ingram Saints going up against Lacey's Packers. Now let's go to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 8 matchup.
It's Sunday night in the NFL, and we're coming to you from under the lights as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms just prior to kickoff for this primetime extravaganza, and this adds another whole layer of excitement when you have this game under the lights.
I think you said it right. Center stage. Players love it. Anytime you turn on the lights, they know it's special. And out of these players, and also, let's don't forget, the fans, they've been here all afternoon getting ready, so we're going to have a loud crowd also.
The Packers are back deep, waiting for the kick. The leaders of the NFC South are set now to kick it away and get this game started. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Kaepernick's heading out now for his first series. He's been one of the top passers this year. They face first down. Kaepernick's got it after the play fake. Now on the move. Feeling the heat. And nothing there as that was double covered. And with that, let's look at the Packers offense. Starting with the offensive line. This is a team that runs the football and runs it well. First in the NFL in rushing yards per game. The Packers come to the line. Of course, plenty of pink on the field today and in the stands, as all of October we'll be seeing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Reaches out and grabs it.
Kaepernick's just able to take advantage of the defense this time. They lose their assignments. They force him out of the pocket, and he's on the run. Nice job of finding the guy down the field and making the throw.
Kaepernick with the handoff. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up. New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Fakes the throw. Looking to go deep. Kenny Vaccaro reads that one and makes the pick. He's brought down. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Fleener split out wide on the left. And Ingram's got it on the handoff. Second down here after that run play. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. The pass down the field by Drew Brees. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction. And now here's the Packers defense stacks up. This defense is one of the best in the league at getting into the face of the quarterback. Third down following the incompletion. And Morgan's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Breeze in shotgun formation. Down the field. Interception. Good piece of tackling.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Colin Kaepernick under center. First down at the 36. Scrambling now. The Packers now move the chains.
Kaepernick's able to get outside the pocket that time. They force him out. He moves and nice and smooth, doesn't hurry himself, and he completes the pass.
First down at the 46. Kaepernick now on the move. Almost intercepted. And now here's the Saints defensive lineup. There they sit in the top 3 in the league against the run. Offense lines up here. Second down and 10 to the ground. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. Kaepernick keeps it. And now he'll take off. And incomplete this time as Kaepernick can't connect.
Well, quarterbacks know on third down they got to make a decision and get rid of that football because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
The Packers face fourth down, but want to take a timeout before they snap the football. They're set to punt it away now. Cooks is not going to test the coverage here as he makes the fair catch. First down here. Drew Brees has it, and Matthews is going to make the tackle.
You got to keep your offensive linemen aggressive. You have to run the football every once in a while. It served a purpose.
Second down and 7. And he's taken down.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
And a flag is down. Looking to the right side and throwing. The tackle is made, and that's a 3-and-out series for the offense.
Offside, defense.
Players for both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. Offense lines up here. Third and a long way to go. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the third down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Looking for a lane on the return. That's a pickup of 14. First down, offense readying for the snap. Adams, a receiver in the slot. Airing it out, but it's incomplete.
If you're going to miss a deep throw down the field, miss it long. That time the quarterback has the receiver open, but he overthrows it.
Second and 10. Takes off with it. Looking long. In the promised land. Touchdown.
Wow, how about that?
The Packers line up now for the point after. And the point after is good. Kaepernick's going to look on now from the sidelines. That last drive, he contributed more than 50 yards in the air. Mason Crosby ready for the kickoff. Smartly takes the knee in the end zone. First down on the way. The Saints will come out in the pistol.
5-9.
Mark Ingram carries the football. A tackle behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
The Saints continue to find themselves in games that come down to the wire. A week ago, they secured a victory, but they trail in this one right now, partner.
In the NFL, your whole season really revolves around how you play in the close games. If you don't perform well in the close games, you're not going to go to the playoffs.
Kendall Hunter is in the backfield. The first quarter is behind us, and we'll step aside as you watch the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL and EA Sports. Together, we make football.
Welcome back to this defensive showdown. They come to the line, and it's first down. The Saints line up in the pistol. And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at third and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it. They got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on third down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
Thomas Morstead will punt this one away. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. First down coming up. Colin Kaepernick under center. The backfield here gets the handle here. Coons tackled down at the 31.
Nothing like seeing a complete offense. That's what we're watching here today. Yes, we know they can throw it, but what they're showing us here, they can grind out some first downs running the football too.
Throws to the right. Caught as the first. And as we take a closer look now at a receiver who has been very dangerous here in the first half. What's to like about this performance so far, Phil?
Oh, shoot, what is there to like? Everything. They cannot stop him. He has so much talent. He can do everything. And if I was a quarterback, I'd keep throwing the football his way.
Almost intercepted.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
Dropping back 3. The defense had that one covered.
Well, the quarterback can't get him open. He threw to the right guy that time, but the coverage was so good by the defense, nowhere to get the completion.
Third down snap coming up. This was their bugaboo a week ago, failing to convert time and time again. 3rd and 10. Running away from the pressure. Running room. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. Here's the punt by Mastay. Cook's got it now. Nice tackle. First down here. They'll run it with Mark Ingram. And he's brought to the ground. The Saints run the risk right now of having to abandon the running game. And Ingram's going to get more touches, and you know He has to learn how to find some openings to get his team back in this one.
You know, I agree with that, Jim, but also I think you got to start to think about changing the play calling. Get this defense off balance, then go back to the run. Guard.
Coming up at the half, it's the EA Sports Halftime Show, sponsored by Verizon.
And now as we head back to the field, we've got an offense trying to get some momentum going before the first half draws to a close. It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Coleman's lined up now as a slot receiver. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Clay Matthews in the face of the quarterback.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
3rd and forever. Mark Ingram carries the football. That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
He's going to challenge the punt coverage. Brought down at the 38. The Packers break huddle and start their drive this time from the 38. Adams is in the slot. Now 1st and 10. Going for the home run. And it's incomplete.
And this defender probably can block a lot of shots in basketball games, too. That's just a wonderful job. Good timing, and he swats the football away for the incompletion.
Gonna try and scramble now. An open lane. And he'll step out.
Oh, the coach is going, hey, nice job, son, nice job. Anytime the quarterback takes off on a pass play and picks up a 1st down, it makes the coaches feel really good.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Oh, it almost picked off that time.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
And the give to John Boone, brought down after a gain of 6. On the way, 3rd down. The jumbo set on the field. Play fake. Catch made.
Well, you can't play man-to-man, Jim, every single play. Every once in a while, you got to throw in the zone. That's what they did this past play. Hey, it was a good idea. It just didn't work.
Lacey lines up in the backfield. Looking to go up top again on 1st down. Could have been intercepted.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
The Packers have it at the 24. Almost intercepted that time.
Lots of ways to attack cover 2. There's no doubt about it. You can throw it underneath. You can pump fake the safeties, make one of them move, and still throw it deep down the field.
The Packers have it at the 24. Catch made. The Packers in for the score.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up, they want to be wide receivers. I don't blame them. They're out there, they get to catch the football, they get to score touchdowns, they get to do dances, and you're not really allowed to hit them either. What a job.
That does it for the first half. Saints trail in this one.
This is the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's get ready now to take a look back at the first half. The Saints are on the bad end of things right now after 2 quarters. The Packers will be tough to stop, though, as they're in a groove after last week's win. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Late in the first quarter, Ward, the quick pass, it's complete. After the long pass, he'll score. Packers is up now by 7. Saints on offense. First quarter winding down. Breeze gonna find his mark, and he ends up at their own 36-yard line before he stopped on the play. Packers have it midway through the second. Catch is made after a quick pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 47-yard line. Packers take it at the 24. The pass and catch is made on the slant. After the short pass, he'll score. The Packers now on top. So that'll do it for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back under the lights now where Jim and Phil have the call.
Spillers running this one out. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Saints offense now marches onto the field. And Ingram's lined up as the single back. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. And they knock him down just a yard away from the first. We see now just some of the many hits this quarterback has taken during a challenging day for him, Phil.
Jim, it's very understandable why he is not playing well today. Think about it. When you have less time to make a decision on where to throw the football, you are not going to have a great day.
Ingram lines up in the backfield. Toss to the outside.
The Saints offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
They send the tight end in motion. 3rd down and 4. And that incompletion is going to bring us to a very quick 4th down. The punter awaits the snap. He'll have a chance for a return. Gains 11. The Packers are getting set for their next possession. Split backfield here. 1st down at the 38. He's going to the left. Running room. Shrugs off the first hit. He's tackled right at the 36.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up 1st downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
Split backfield here. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line. And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on 1st down. The Packers line up. Split backfield. Handoff made. Lacey takes brought down.
Good job by the safety diagnosing the run, getting up outside and making the tackle for a short gain.
Offense lines up here. The Packers from the 32. Gets away from the pressure. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy drops it and you just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
The kick it's through there. The kick is good.
Well, even though they get the field goal that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
The Saints getting set to return the kickoff. Spiller's going to run this one out. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. It's 1st down as they head to the line. Fleener set now. Split out wide to the left. They'll run it with Mark Ingram. And that's a gain of 9.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
The Saints snap it at the 31. Mark Ingram carries the football.
The Saints offensive line, they had a mental mistake here. Why? Because they let somebody go unblocked. It leads to a tackle for a loss of yards on the carry.
The Saints take it from the 28. And he's going to be dropped for the sack. That's going to bring up 4th down after just a 3-play series.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on 3rd down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one.
He wants to return this one. And at the 37, he'll be brought down. They face 1st down. Colin Kaepernick under center. John Kuhn carries the football. Has 12 on this play.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this 1st down here in the 2nd half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
1st down at the 49. Pumps, fakes the throw. The defense gets the sack. After that sack, it's now 2nd down and 17. Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. Gets it out for the completion. Tackle made by Bird that time. And now as we see the stats, you have to love these type of numbers from one of your key wide receivers. Phil, 2 straight games, he's gotten it done.
Yes, we've watched this guy play, Jim. You can look at him and you can tell, boy, he has fresh legs. He is flying around and he is getting open.
Games 17. They come to the line of scrimmage. 1st down. The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Second down coming up. That's here on the goal line. Lacey takes the hit and is brought down. Close game right now, partner, and you look at the matchup at running back, and neither one of them has really been all that effective.
No, Jim, they have not been. I'll say this to the running backs, to the coaches, to the offensive line, everybody.
There's a signal from the far side. The hands are up. It is a touchdown.
Oh, what a good job there by the offense. 3rd and goal. And what do? They run the football against the defense, and nice job getting the touchdown.
The Packers for the extra point. Driving extra point is good. The Saints will now be in an even deeper hole here as they get ready to return the kick. Scores 24-0. Packers now ready to kick the football down the field. Catches it at the 2 and starts his return. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Saints come out for the next possession. The defense comes out on the dime. 1st down at the 21. Clay Matthews at the face of the quarterback.
So many ways to overcome your quarterback getting hit and sacked. Throw the football quicker. Keep the tight end and running backs in. If you do that, he'll have time to throw it down the field.
2nd and 13. And he's taken down again for the sack.
What a job by the defensive lineman. Gets in there for the 2nd straight play, gets the sack. He is just so big, fast, and strong. Hard to block this guy one-on-one.
Tight ends in motion here. Breeze from the shotgun. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd long, not easy to pick up 1st downs in these type of situations.
Set up return. Here he goes. Lewis in on the tackle. First down here. Here's the handoff. And that'll gain just a few yards.
Jim, sooner or later you get in these situations, you got to throw the football. As we have seen today, they keep trying to run it, but there's not much there to go.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Will go ground. Takes it outright. Taken down at the 27. First down here after the run. Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play.
When you see a receiver drop a pass, it does go through the quarterback's mind. Well, he's a good player, and I want to keep his confidence level up, and I want to keep him into the game. So when you get a chance, you throw him another football so he can make that catch and get right back in with it.
Gains 18. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Offense lines up here. Coons going to secure the handoff. Gains about 3.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the game. We're back. Only 2 minutes remain in this one. Second down now. And the give to John Coon. And pick up about 4.
It's getting harder and harder in the NFL to score when you're this close to the goal line. So what will the offense do? They better be creative. That's all I know.
The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. Third and goal from the 2. And he's in for the touchdown.
How about that? The fullback scores the touchdown. He does all the blocking, gets beat up all the time, but nothing like getting the football where you can score to get it done.
The Saints have their backs to the wall as they give up a score they could not afford to yield. The score's 31-0. Cooks has got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. First down, offense readying for the snap. Coleman's lined up in the slot. Looking to the right side and throwing. Going to be a tackle for a loss. That's second down coming up. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. Breeze in shotgun formation. They're going to get him here for a sack. The Saints signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. What a beating this has been as he comes to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 9th time today. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. And so now they'll bring out Morstead to punt. This punt will be returned. And he's tackled at the 34-yard line. The Packers are ready to take over now as their offense heads onto the field. The Packers at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. 1st and 10. Handoff. They have this one covered up, and it's going to set them back for a loss.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Split backfield here. Split backfield here. Colin Kaepernick under center. The Packers are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. The Packers come out with a split backfield. Lacey takes the hit and is brought down. The Packers with a little uncertainty, so they take a timeout here before third down. This will be the final snap. The Packers take it from the 33. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. Well, it's a big performance in front of a primetime audience and a sweet victory in the end.
Of course, the players are not thinking about the fact that, hey, a lot of people are watching us here today in this game. But when you win, and then you sit back and think, everybody was watching us, and you played well, boy, that is some great experience.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nantz saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's the Packers going up against the Bears. Now let's head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 10 matchup.
We're here in prime time, just about set for a Sunday night matchup on EA Sports.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms getting set for kickoff and a big primetime game headed your way. The lights are on. The excitement's building, Phil.
Yeah, the excitement is building, Jim. And, you know, for the players, you sit around all day long waiting for the game to come. So it makes you edgy, it makes you emotional, and we always see great play because of that.
Awaiting the kick is Jacquizz Rodgers, just 5'6" in his 4th season out of Oregon State. The top team in the NFC will start today on defense. They'll be kicking it away here. Makes the catch at the 7. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. At quarterback, he bounced around the league, first with the Patriots, then the Steelers, then the Cardinals, before finding a home with the Browns. Brian Hoyer. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. First down at the 23. He makes the catch. Brought down just 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
A lot of times you look at the drag route and you think that's the safety valve. You know what? It is. The quarterback is always taught to look down the field. If there's nobody open, throw it to the drag route coming across the field. That time they did it. It's just short of getting the first down.
Matthews, that time on the tackle.
The big smooth, that's Arian Foster. He makes it look so easy. He goes outside off tackle, and he can cover a lot of yards with those strides, and he gets a first down on that run.
The Bears are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. With 2 hands, he has it. That'll put them in what we call plus territory. And the defense will use one of its timeouts right here. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Foster's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Jones there that time for the tackle. Here's the Bears offense, starting with the offensive line. And thanks to that line, this team has protected its quarterback, resulting in some of the biggest passing yardage totals in the league this year.
Second down and 7.
Complete to Jeffrey. Chicago, touchdown. Touchdown, Chicago.
One thing a defense doesn't want to see, yards after the catch, yak. And that's what we saw here. The quarterback put it right on target. The receiver is running full speed, catches it, and takes it all the way for a touchdown.
The Packers are back deep, ready to return.
Kaepernick will lead his offense back onto the field here as this goes for a touchback. Kaepernick's the man in charge of the offense here today. He's done a great job this season getting his team into the end zone.
First down and 10.
Keeps it here. Out of the pocket. Heaving it down the field. And it's incomplete. And with that, let's take a look at the Packers offense, starting with the offensive line. A line that has cleared the way for the second best rushing attack in the NFL. Second down after the incompletion. Scrambling out of the pocket. Steps out of bounds. Between plays, let's take a look at how the Bears defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways.
Split backfield here.
The Packers from the 22. And he takes off. Pulls it in.
Kaepernick's able to take advantage of the defense this time. They lose their assignments. They force him out of the pocket. And he's on the run. Nice job of finding the guy down the field and making it work.
The Packers have been involved in some tight games these past 2 weeks. They won one last week, but now they trail in another close one, Phil.
Jim, in these close games, which we seem to see almost every single week, it usually comes down to which team doesn't turn the football over.
Has his target. That's a gain of 7.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Throw the short pass, even though it doesn't result in a first down. Now on 3rd and short, all of your passes are in play instead of just the 3rd long where you only have like 3 or 4 plays you can go to.
Offense lines up here. Just a quick drop back. Fights through contact. The defense gets a sack.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Lacey lines up in the backfield. Wants to go deep. On target. 6 in the books.
Well, here we are. It's a tie game now. We'll see how the teams react to it. Will it be positive or negative?
The Packers for the extra point. Inside of the uprights. Got a tie game here now, and what's been a good one so far. The score's 7-7. Takes off from the 5. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. First down on the way. Brian Hoyer takes it from the center. Foster. They'll meet him this time behind the line. And now here's the Packers defense. They will once again be trying to crash right across that offensive line and take down the quarterback because they're the best in the league when it comes to that. Foster takes his spot in the backfield. 2nd and 11. They'll go ground. Foster tackled down.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Catch is made by Dwayne Bowe. Touchdown, Chicago Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas, and even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
Robbie Gould ready to kick it. And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20. They come to the line, and it's first down. Adams going to get set in the slot for this snap. He's scrambling down. Launching it deep. Hauls it in. What a call, what a catch. Scores the touchdown.
There's no doubt about it. When you score like that to tie up the game, it shifts momentum. And it's all up now to the offense of the other team to get back out there and get the momentum back on their side.
The end of one here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We'll be back momentarily for the start of the second.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders, the official shampoo of the NFL.
Historic Lambeau Field is our site today. Second quarter about to get underway. Mason Crosby ready for the kickoff. And no return as this goes for a touchback.
The Bears come onto the field now for this next series.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Taken down at the 21.
Foster's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
Here we go now. Green ready. Green ready.
Second and 9. Looking across the middle, thrown incomplete.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
Tackled down at the 22. The Bears have moved the ball well through the air so far, and really that should be no surprise. Hoyer's again showing why he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, he is. He's showing that he's one of the top quarterbacks, and this is one of the top offenses in the NFL when it comes to throwing the football. He is so good at throwing and catching the ball with the wide receivers. What do you do to combat it? You just got to tackle really well once they catch the pass.
Wide receivers are bunched up. Second down and 10.
To Bo. The Bears get a first down.
This is just a good example of how the NFL has changed. If you want a big play, you don't always have to throw it down the field or design something special. The throw for these receivers short, we can see they're able to take short passes, great tackles, and with their talent, they get long gains. That was a big hit by the defender that time. The receiver drops the football. I'll tell you what, I guarantee the next time he goes over the middle, he'll be looking for that defender.
Second and goal from the 8. The give. That picks up 7. Nothing too exciting here, just plowing ahead, getting closer to that goal line.
Well, they're trying to find out if this defense has the courage and toughness to stand up to them. So far, they haven't. This defense, they better pick it up if they think they're going to stop this offense.
Third and goal from the 1. Trying to power his way right up the middle. This game might be tied, but that's with no rushing attack to this point. They have to be optimistic that that's going to turn around, and that could lead them to victory the rest of the way.
Jim, sometimes running back are just like quarterbacks. They got to get confident. So how do you get a quarterback confident? Give him plays that'll work so he feels better about himself. And the same is about a running back. Give him more carries, and sooner or later, he will get it going. You always want to be rewarded for a nice drive in a football game, even when it's a field goal, because you've made a lot of good plays, you've executed them, you got yourself in position to get some points, and that field goal just reinforces everything.
The Packers will begin their drive from the 31 now.
Split backfield here.
He'll throw it over the middle. Kaepernick's pass will be incomplete this time.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Catch made. The tackle is made. It's obvious that the game plan coming in was let's get the football in the hands of our wide receiver early and often.
Shoot, if it was me, I'd say get that football to him every game. That would be my priority because he's one of the best ones in the NFL. And once he catches the football, look at it.
And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. The Packers line up, split backfield.
Second down and 4.
Kaepernick with the handoff. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. 2-minute warning.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Split backfield here.
Right back to him one more time. Young's there to make the tackle. That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's second down and 9. The Packers at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. They deck him in the backfield. After that run, it's still 3rd and 9 to go. The Packers are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Gets it out for the completion. It's still early, but we've seen this wide receiver come out and make plays already.
Yeah, I know it's early, but you can tell he is fired up. He has come out here with tons of energy, and every play is full speed. Kind of reminds me of Jerry Rice back in his heyday.
Rock for a loss on that play.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Split backfield here. 2nd down and 12. Throws the pass. Complete for the first. The Packers are behind right now, but still have moved the ball through the air. Kaepernick's doing what he can to keep them in the game.
Well, they are losing, but you cannot blame the offense. The offensive line doing a good job giving the quarterback time, and the offensive coordinator, he's sitting over there going, he doesn't know which play to call because everything is working in the passing game.
This has been a long drive so far. They call his number once more. Coons got the first as he's brought down. 1st down here after the run. What a drive this has been. Again, staying with the safe plays. And that's good for only a yard or 2. The Packers use another timeout here, and they have 1 left. Play after play after play here on this drive. To the ground. Lacy takes the hit and is brought down. Offense going to stop the game here with a timeout. This will probably be the last play of the first half. 3rd and goal at the 2. Runs it across. Touchdown.
Well, the defense knew that they were probably going to see a run here in 3rd and goal. And what do? It doesn't matter. They still get blown off the line of scrimmage by the offensive line. Nice job.
The Packers for the extra point. He made it. The Bears are ready to return the kick. This kick will stay on the ground, avoiding a big return. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The first half is over, and we'll be back with our first half analysis in just a moment.
All right, welcome to the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back now at the first half. The Packers right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Bears haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Bears line up at the 46. Jeffries found in the quick pass, and it leads to a touchdown. Bears up by a touchdown. Late in the first quarter, here a throw deep down the field is caught, and this goes 33 yards for the score. Packers tie it up at 7. Moving now to late in the first, pass will be completed over the middle, and that goes as a 15-yard touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Packers have it near the end of 1. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Packers tied up at 14. Now waiting seconds of the half. Kaepernick's going to look for space, and now they cap off the drive with the score. Packers go up by 4. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Green Bay for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you for that from the studios and halftime. We're going to transition now. We're about to get the third quarter underway. And this will be coming out to the 20 as he thinks better of running it out of the end zone this time. The Packers come onto the field for their next series. Split backfield here. Second half gets rolling now as he takes the snap. Finds his mark. Looking at the stats, this seems like the case of an adjustment being made from one week to the next, as this wide receiver has been heavily involved in the passing attack, Phil.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's been a great adjustment by the offense. They have new ways to get him open, and he is getting open and taking advantage of it.
Finds Cobb, and he's going to be tackled right around the 37. And now looking at some numbers here in the second half. It's more of the same for a guy who has been one of the best all year at the quarterback position.
Well, what I like about him so much, he sees where he has to go with the football, and then he's able to deliver the football right on the money, no matter what the circumstances are. High down the field, drives it in between defenders. He is just a terrific thrower of the ball.
Phil, we have a wide receiver who just knows how to create big plays for himself on the field.
One of the best in the NFL. My gosh, it seems like every Sunday night you sit back and you see highlights of him catching the football and just streaking down the field. He's having an awesome day here today.
Colin Kaepernick under center. Getting away from the pressure. Finds Cobb. Fights through that hit. Trevathan that time on the tackle.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
Throw to the left. In his hands. Complete. Touchdown.
Well, the offensive line did it all on this drive, didn't they? Here it is on 1st and goal. Nice job of pass blocking, and the quarterback finds the open receiver for the touchdown.
That hurts. The two-point try is denied. Packers now ready to kick the football down the field. Rodgers on the return. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Bears ready to take over the football. Offense lines up here. Now 1st and 10. Gets the handle here. They go to the right side for about 4.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
And he's thrown to the ground.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Hoyer's got everybody split out wide. Throws to the right. Incomplete. And this is going to be a 3-and-out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work. And they stop the offense that time.
He's got a chance for a return.
Terrible job by the defense that time. They did not spread the field. They got out of their running lanes, and when you do that, it creates a lane. The punt returner saw it and got some big yards.
The Packers now move the chains.
Well, the dink and duck quarterbacks, they love to see cover 3 because they know they're going to drop back and just throw the short passes underneath. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of this defense.
Finds Cobb. And Cobb is stopped there. The Packers had a down passing week, but it's much better today. Kaepernick's been in the film room, and boy, does it show.
It does show. We're talking about a quarterback. As we talked to him, Jim, he was steamed about last week's effort, and he has turned it around here today.
Incomplete, almost going in the other direction.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
John Kuhn carries the football. Picks up maybe 3. You see the rushing numbers now now, and, well, there's just not much to look at because neither team has run the ball very well today.
Yeah, really, when you look at running the football, it's not a strength of either football team, so it's pretty easy to stop them in situations like this.
Nickel formation for the defense here. Still on his feet. Good work by the defense. This will be a loss of 3.
Number 30, the ball carrier on the play. Loss of 3.
Going for it on 4th down. The defense comes out in the nickel. Now on the move. They fail to convert, and now a change of possession.
The Packers absolutely got a little greedy that time, thinking that they couldn't be stopped. They go for it on 4th down. Here, winning in the second half, and they fail to convert. That's a big mistake.
1st and 10. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. And it's Clay Matthews in on the play. Handing the ball off hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
2nd down and 7. Clay Matthews in the face of the quarterback. It's 3rd and 13 here after the sack. The 3rd quarter comes to a close, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears have the football as the 4th quarter gets started. It'll be 3rd down. The Bears line up, split backfield. Final quarter underway now with this snap. He has the grab, gains 19. Looking at this comparison, Phil, it's fun to see these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in a tightly contested game.
Yeah, so well played on the offensive side by both teams. The quarterbacks, they've been very sharp. They're on target with the football, and their offensive lines are playing very well.
1st down at the 27. The flag is out as the play continues. And he's forced to the ground.
Offside. Defense.
The defender got caught in the neutral zone right there. That'll cost him 5.
Yeah, he's a little too anxious. You know, all these defenders, they got one thing in common. You know what that is? They hate quarterbacks. They want to get there. A little too nervous there. Gets him caught in the neutral zone.
Sticks to his hands. That's a gain of 6. The Bears trail here in the second half. Boyer's numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up. But the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart. And that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well.
The Bears get a 1st down. Looking ahead, the Packers will be playing at home next week, while the Bears will also be playing at home next week. 1st down here after the completion. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. Boyer's pass will go for an incompletion this time. Quarterback was under a lot of duress on that pass, and alas, it's incomplete.
Listen, I know he was under duress, but you got to hit these type of throws in the NFL. You're not always going to get perfect protection. That's not a good job by the quarterback.
That ball has been picked off.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
First down coming up. Lacey lines up in the backfield. The Packers now move the chains. The offense defense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Colin Kaepernick under center. Will run it. Here's the handoff. Lacey, right side. Picks up about 5. This will be second down. Split backfield here. Fumble, and it's a takeaway. He stacked up at that point.
Well, that time the offense fence hit him so hard, there's no chance a Hang defense recovers.
First down at the 44. Jumps up and hauls it in. Jones, the one who brings him to the ground.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Well, you're down a couple scores in the second half. You're just looking for some positives and trying to get some momentum on your side. So that first down by the offense, maybe that'll give them some confidence, and we'll see where they can go with it from here.
And he's taken down. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. 3-step drop. Complete to Jeffrey.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
Big moment here. Third down coming up. Foster's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. The Bears will take the snap from the 35. The defense gets the sack. The coach is going to go for it. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. The Bears snap it at the 41. Well, we'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
There is nothing worse for a quarterback than have the pocket collapse. And that time it collapsed on his left side. There's nothing he can do, and he goes down for the sack.
First down at the 48. That's a tackle at the 48. Timeout called by the defensive unit. And now they'll try over again on second down. The Packers at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. And the give to John Kuhn. Tackles made. The defense stops the clock. Third down on the way. Split backfield here. Outside now on the toss. Runs to daylight for the touchdown.
Not enough time for the other team to come back. Great job by the offense.
The Bears have really put themselves in a tough position now as they await kickoff. Scores 34-17. They'll take it at the 20. First down here. Wilson's a receiver in the slot. They're going to get him here for a sack. Second down coming up. They'll go right to the hurry up. Won't use a timeout here. Boyer's going to take the snap from the shotgun. This is third down. No need to huddle. Hurry up offense. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. And the tackle was made in the end zone. That's a safety. Got a flag down here.
Free kick on the Rams, kicking team. The
Packers offense heads on to the field. Colin Kaepernick under center. First down at the 45. Tackle down at the 47. Second down here. The Packers come out with a split backfield. The Packers are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. The tackle is made, and the first down is picked up.
I think the coach on the sidelines, he's going to be happy with every first down because he knows that's more time off the clock. When you're up like this, multiple scores in the second half, every first down just puts the odds in your favor of winning this game.
Slashing to the right side, and he's tackled some 3 yards away from a first down. The Packers call the timeout. Their first. Second down and 3 following that nice run. Split backfield here. They'll run it here, and he'll go to the left. That's Young making the stop. And the offense will call a timeout. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Split backfield here. On first down, it's back to the ground game. Heading right. Pollard's there to take him down. The Packers elect to take a timeout here before the second down snap. After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now second down and 10. One more play, and it's in the books. He'll get it again. And maybe 4. You've often talked about prime time and how the players of today have this "it's all about me" kind of a mentality. And for you in the booth, you had to enjoy it being all about you, having a chance to call this one today in prime time.
That's right. It's all about me, and it would have been if I could have just got you to be quiet for a few minutes. But it's awesome to win in a game that's featured in everybody in the country. All your peers, they watch you. It just doesn't get better.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.